Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to every one of you who subscribes to my channel. You're all the reasons why this keeps going. Thank you. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. And paid supporters receive early access to all my content as well as a shout out. Today we're bringing into D&D the ultimate Strider, Hiryu. Working in the shadows, the Striders are a secret organization of high-tech assassins, and out of all the Striders, Hiryu is by far the greatest. Achieving the highest rank possible within the Striders at a young age, there is no mission Hiryu cannot complete. On missions, Hiryu wields a variety of high-tech weapons and tools. These include the Plasma Sword Cypher, Bioenhancement Gear, Gliders, Plasma Casters, Teleporters, Bombs, Shields, and of course, the robot attack drones known as Options. Combined with his natural talent as a fighter, Hiryu is unstoppable. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook and Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. We're using standard point array, and we are multi-classing, so keep an eye on those minimums should you use another system. Make Intelligence 15, Dex 14, Wisdom 13, Con 12, Strength 10, and we're going to be dumping Charisma with an 8. Charisma is not important for this build, and the Striders really left you hating humans, so it's understandable. By the way, Strength is also really too low for you, but we're going to be able to get around it with this build. Hiryu is a human. Baron Human grants a free feat and skill with your stat improvement. Place +1 into Dex and Intelligence. For your feat, Slasher adds +1 to your Dex and then improves your attacks with a weapon that deals slashing damage. Now when you hit with a weapon that deals slashing damage, you reduce the target's speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. Also, when you score a critical hit with a weapon that deals slashing damage, you cause the target to have disadvantage on all attack rolls until the start of your next turn. For your free skill, grab Stealth. To finish out your lineage, you know the language Common and one other of your choice. For background, take the skills Perception and Investigation. For your bonus proficiencies, I take Alchemist Kit and Poisoner's Kit to help with your missions. Level 1 fighters begin with 2 skills. Grab Athletics and Acrobatics. You are proficient with all melee weapons, all armor, shields, and the saving throw Strength and Con. Fighting style gives you Dueling. Now when you are wielding a melee weapon with one hand and holding no other weapon, you add +2 to the weapon's damage when you hit a target. Second Wind lets you heal yourself 1d10 plus your fighter level with a bonus action once per short or long rest. Level 1 Artificers found in Tasha start things off with bonus proficiencies. You are now proficient in Thieves' Tools and Tinkerer's Tools. Magical Tinkering lets you imbue magical effects into tiny non-magical objects. These effects can be sounds, lights, smells, or static images. You can do this a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier. It's not important, but I've seen it used pretty well. Spellcasting grants you spells that will substitute your tech. At the end of a long rest, you can prepare a total number of spells equal to half your Artificer level plus your intelligence modifier. Both your Tinkerer's Tools and Thieves' Tools are arcane focuses for you. You're starting off with 2 cantrips and 4 first level spells. For your spells, Firebolt fires a plasma shot out to 120 feet and deals 1d10 fire damage on a hit. Thorn Whip fires your grappling blade at a creature within 30 feet, dealing 1d6 piercing damage and then pulling them 10 feet closer to you if they are size category large or smaller. Feather Fall stops all fall damage no matter the height as a reaction and causes you to slowly descend to the ground. Jump triples your jump distance for 1 minute. Long Strider adds 10 feet to your total movement for 1 hour. Cure Wounds heals you 1d8 plus your intelligence modifier. Level 2 Artificers receive magical gear with infused items. This allows you to turn non-magical items into magical counterparts. You gain 4 at this level but can only ever have enough power to have 2 active. For this, I will tell you the ones you need, not all the ones you can take. For these infusions, Enhanced Weapon adds plasma energy to a weapon, adding +1 to the attack and damage. Enhanced Defense adds some defensive shields to a suit of armor or shields, adding +1 to the AC. Homunculus Servant gives you the first option, such a weird name for an attack robot. This creature is a tiny construct made out of a gem or crystal worth 100 gold pieces. This tiny construct can fly, shoot beams of energy, and allows you to cast spells through it if it has a range of touch. By the way, every infused item you have, like your sword, is now an arcane focus for you. Level 3 Artificers now have their subclass. Battlesmith, also found in Tasha's, adds more damage and another robot option. First, you gain new tool proficiencies with Smith's tools. Battle Ready lets you use your intelligence modifier for attacks and damage when wielding a magic weapon, which is good because Cypher would be a longsword and that needs strength, but now yours is intelligence. Steel Defender creates a new robot option that you make using your Smith's tools at the end of a long rest. With your bonus action, you can command the robot to attack, dealing 1d8 plus your proficiency bonus and force damage. Right tool for the job allows you to magically create a tool after spending 1 hour within a short or long rest. Battlesmith grants you new spells at certain levels that you always have ready to go. For these spells, Shield throws up a defensive shield as a reaction for 1 turn, adding +5 to your total AC and automatically stopping magic missile. Heroism imbues a willing creature you touch, like yourself, with bravery. For 1 minute while you maintain the spell, you are immune to the frightened condition and gain temporary HP equal to your intelligence modifier at the start of each of your turns. This temp HP doesn't stack, it just refreshes. Level 4 Artificers earn our first ability score improvement, Bump Up Intelligence for better attack damage and spell attack. For your new spells, Expeditious Retreat is a bonus action spell that allows you to dash as a bonus action for 10 minutes while you maintain the spell. You can even take the dash action when you cast this spell. You gain 1 more spell, but you're really good on spells right now and I want a spell at next level. You've hit character level 5, raise your proficiency bonus to +3. Firebolt and Thorn Whip now deal 2 damage dice each. Level 5 Battlesmith Artificers gain extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. You also now have second level spells. For your Battlesmith spells, Branding Smite pumps Cypher's power up. With a bonus action, you charge up Cypher and it deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage. And then for 1 minute while you maintain this spell, an invisible creature you hit becomes visible as they glow. Warding Bond connects you with another willing creature. For 1 hour, you and the creature are connected. They gain a +1 bonus to their AC and saving throws, resistance to all damage, but when they take damage, so do you. This spell ends early if you are separated more than 60 feet or either of you drop to 0 HP. For your new spell, Blur distorts your image as your body begins to move rapidly. Now for 1 minute while you maintain the spell, all attacks against you are at disadvantage, unless they have special senses like Blind Sight or True Sight. Level 2 fighters receive Action Surge. You can now give yourself a free action once per short or long rest. Level 3 fighters now have access to their subclass. Battlemaster from the player's handbook is what a fighter should be. Student Award grants you proficiency in 1 artisan tool of your choice, take what you want. Combat Superiority gives you superiority dice, which are 4d8s that you can use to perform special maneuvers. You regain all used superiority dice at the end of a short or long rest. You start off with 3 maneuvers at this level. For these maneuvers, Ambush lets you add 1 superiority dice to a stealth check or initiative roll. Sweeping Attack lets you swing Cypher wide and hit multiple targets. When you hit a creature with an attack, you can spend 1 superiority dice to hit another creature within 5 feet of the first. If the original attack roll of the first attack would hit the second target, they take damage equal to the superiority dice. Parry lets you reduce damage you take with a reaction by spending 1 superiority dice, reducing the damage by the superiority dice plus your dex modifier. Level 4 fighters earn another ability score improvement, Let's Grab a Feat for more abilities. Fey Touch from Tasha's adds +1 to your wisdom and grants you 2 spells. For these spells, Misty Step is a 30-foot teleportation you make with a bonus action. Gift of Alacrity adds 1d8 to your initiative rolls for 8 hours. You can cast both these spells once per long rest without a spell slot or anytime with a spell slot. Your character level 9 now, bump up your proficiency bonus to +4. Level 5 fighters get nothing but another d10 hit dice because extra attack does not stack. Enjoy more health. Level 6 fighters earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Intelligence. That means you get another Artificer spell. For this spell, Spider Climb allows you to move across any surface, including vertical ones and upside down, for 1 hour while you maintain the spell. You've reached character level 11. Firebolt and Thorn Whip deals 3 damage dice each. Level 7 Battlemaster Fighters gain Know Your Enemy. You can now study a target for 1 minute outside of combat by interacting or observing and learn facts about them compared to you. After 1 minute, you choose 2 facts, and the DM will compare them to yours, saying they are equal, superior, or inferior to yours. These facts can be strength score, dex score, con score, AC, current HP, total class levels, or total fighter levels. You also have 5 superiority dice now. For your new maneuvers, Repose lets you attack a creature that misses you with an attack by spending 1 superiority dice as a reaction. When you do so and you hit, you add the superiority dice to the damage. Pushing attack lets you hit a creature so hard they fall backwards by spending 1 superiority dice. When you do so, if the creature is a size large or smaller, you force a strength save with the DC equal to 8 plus your dex modifier plus proficiency bonus. If they fail, they are pushed back 15 feet from you. Level 8 fighters earn another ability score improvement. Start raising dex for better stealth and AC. New milestone, your character level 13, bring your proficiency bonus up to +5. Level 6 Artificers receive Tool Expertise. Now when you use a tool that you're proficient with, like your Thieves tools for example, you double the proficiency bonus to those checks. You now have 6 infusions and can have 3 active at once. For your new spell, Enhanceability grants 1 willing creature you touch, including yourself, advantage on certain checks for 1 hour while you maintain this spell. When you cast this spell, you choose the stat that is affected, and now any check that uses that stat is at advantage. Choosing certain stats also grants new features while the spell is active, like double your carry capacity, get temporary HP, or take less fall damage. Level 7 Artificers now have Flash of Genius. Now when you or another creature you see within 30 feet makes a skill check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add your intelligence modifier to the roll, even if it already adds it. Level 8 Artificers earn another ability score improvement to cap off dex. For your new spells, I don't care. There's actually more 3rd level spells that you need than 2nd level or 1st level, so I'm holding off. Don't worry, we'll also clear up some space later on. Level 9 Battlesmith Artificers gain Arcane Jolt. Now when you hit a creature with a magical weapon or your Steel Defender hits a target, you can activate one of 2 effects. You can add 2d6 force damage to the hit or heal a creature within 30 feet 2d6 HP. If you haven't been paying attention, you can now add a lot of bonus damage to Cypher. You also gain 3rd level spells. For your Battlesmith spells, Aurora Vitality creates an aura of healing around you for 1 minute while you maintain this spell. While active, you emit a 30-foot radius field that with a bonus action you can heal anyone within it, including yourself, 2d6 HP. Conjure Barrage unleashes a hail of kunai. Throwing a non-magical weapon or firing a piece of non-magical ammunition, you create a 60-foot cone. Every creature within the cone must make a dex save as your kunai explodes into a dozen more, dealing 3d8 damage on a failure. For your new spell, Fly lets you use your glider, granting you a flying speed of 60 feet for 10 minutes while you maintain this spell. You're now character level 17, your proficiency bonus is now maxed out at +6, and Firebolt and Thorn Whip now deal 4 damage dice each. Level 10 Artificers are magic item adepts. You can now attune yourself on up to 4 magic items at once and can craft magic items of rarity common or uncommon in a quarter of the time and half the cost. You also now have 8 infusions and can have 4 active at once. For your new infusion, Replicate magic item lets you have Slippers of Spider Climbing. You can now run up vertical surfaces and walk upside down without spider climb, so go ahead and replace that spell. Oh yeah, by the way, Enhanced Defense and Enhanced Weapon now add +2 to their infused items. For your new spell, Haste unleashes your true speed for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. While active, your speed is doubled, you gain +2 to AC, have advantage on dex saves, and gain a single action to use. This can be 1 weapon attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use object. When the spell ends, you are drained of your energy and can't move or take actions until after your next turn. Green Flame Blade is a cantrip that overcharges Cypher. When you attack with Cypher, you deal an extra 3d8 fire damage to a creature you hit, and a second creature within 5 feet takes 3d8 plus your intelligence and fire damage. Level 11 Artificers receive Spell Storing Item. When you finish a long rest, you can store a spell within a weapon or an item you use as a spellcasting focus, as long as it's an Artificer spell of 1st or 2nd level that requires 1 action to cast. And those can include your Battlesmith spells. While holding this object, like Cipher, you can cast this spell without a spell slot up to twice your intelligence modifier, and then after that you will have to redo this. What spell should you take with this? How about one you already use with Blur? You can now grab a new spell, take Invisibility. Now for 1 hour while you maintain the spell, you are invisible till you attack or cast a spell. Our final level is level 12 Artificer, and you earn our final ability score improvement. Place this into con for more health and concentration. For your final spell, Water Walk allows you to run across liquid surfaces for 1 hour. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 14, Intelligence 20, Wisdom 14, Charisma 8. Your total levels are Fighter 8, Artificer 12. Let's dive in. You are a Ninja Master. Your stealth starts out at +11, can add +5, add a d8 to that, and can be at advantage. You can also reach any location you want with your movement that includes teleportation, flight, and being able to walk on anything. Your Thieves Tools, Poisoner's Kit, Alchemist Supplies, and Smith's Tools are adding +12 to the rolls before you even get to use your modifiers as well. So you're always going to be getting where you need and having whatever you need to take down the target. Speaking of taking down the target, using a longsword as Cipher, you're dealing 1d8 plus 9 magical slashing damage. You can add 3d8 fire damage or 2d6 radiant damage. Oh, and then you can add 2d6 force damage on top of that. When you hit, you can slow down the target, knock them back, hit a second target, and hit a target that misses you. Finally, you're just tough all around. Wearing studded leather armor, your AC is 19, you can raise that to 24, give yourself temporary HP. Attacks against you are at disadvantage. Your initiative is +5 plus 2d8. Your total speed can be 40 to 80 feet, and you have a jump distance of 30 feet. Downside. Firstly, concentration spells. You have a lot of them. The Spellcaster's Curse. Gotta love it. Your Steel Defender doesn't go well with your stealth or your movement, but you don't have to take them on missions. Speaking of robots, your Flying one doesn't serve too much of a function, but it can hide on you and launch when you need it. Finally, your stats could use improvement. Your con leaves you with just over 150 HP taking the average, and your charisma is trash. Social encounters are going to suck, but you have Flash of Genius to help with that. Just get those up if you can, but in all honesty, it's not a real problem. Strike from the shadows and complete your mission at all costs, but beware, sometimes the missions may take you places you've never wanted to go. Thank you for joining me today, and I'd like to give a special shout out to my awesome Artificer tier. Thank you, John Martin, Jonathan Hayes, Christopher R. Hunter, and Java Squirrel. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify, and make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.